Yo, what is up, y'all? My name is Robert Donaldson, and welcome back to another edition of Rob's Best Bets. And in this video, we are once again talking about college hoops, and to recap Thursday, we finally got back in the green. San Francisco ended our night extremely well, and like I've been saying, y'all, we've been getting hit with a lot of bad beats on those half-point margins, and tonight, with Ohio State taking on Maryland, we were on the good side, and ultimately that's why I can't really come on here and complain when we're on the raw end, because it does turn in this sport on a dime. And then obviously when you just surround it with a pretty sizable bet on San Francisco, and that comes through on the money line as well, that's fantastic. But a lot to build on there. We have a very, very small and honestly, from a betting standpoint, a terrible slate on Friday. I only have 2 bets on this slate, and I'm not betting the St. John's UConn game. I'm going to be watching it, obviously. It's a very great game from a spectator standpoint, but there's just not really a strong angle that I'm seeing there. But 2 bets on Friday, and then we're going to have a massive Saturday slate for you guys, so stay tuned for that. But before we hop into our picks here, we do have to shout out today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. And Underdog Fantasy is a fantastic platform. And if you do follow me on Twitter/X at RobDFB, one of the things we love to do with Underdog is put out pick'em entries. And we're going to have one for this very small Friday slate. There's actually some bets and some, entries that I'm really wanting to place. And so we're going to do so. And make sure you're following me over there if you're wanting to take part. And also, if you haven't already signed up, use promo code ROBDFB for a pretty sweet deposit match bonus when you do. But with all that being said, y'all, I'm ready to hop into these picks. All right, first up, we are heading out to Dayton, Ohio, where we have, honestly, the second best game of the night. And even though it's a small slate, there are some pretty good games just from a spectator standpoint and a betting standpoint on this slate. And here in this one, we have VCU taking on Dayton. VCU is one of the hottest mid-major teams in the entire country. I think they're the best team in the A10 right now with the way they're playing. And if they get the dance, I think they're a team that can do some significant damage with how they play ball, just from their stylistic standpoint. And when you look at Dayton, what I really like about Dayton as of late is they're playing some really great defense. And offensively, they haven't really brought it around. But I do think in a massive play-up spot like this, in UD Arena, where they're getting nearly a full possession, they're getting 2 whole points here, I think it's so worth it to take a shot on Dayton, where they might have a little bit of a buy low spot in terms of just their market value right now from a betting side. So let's go ahead and take the Flyers, getting the 2 points at home for 3 units for our first bet here on Friday. All right, for our final bet here on Friday, and it feels weird to even say final bet because we're only placing 2. Schedule makers in college basketball do better. This is absolute garbage that this is the slate we're getting here on a Friday night where everybody is, maybe going out or trying to have a good time and wanting to partake in watching some good basketball. But, rest my case on that. In this matchup here, we're going to be taking a look at St. Louis taking on St. Joe's, and St. Joe's is one of those kind of coin flip teams in terms of how they're going to perform offensively, because they have the best guard play in this entire conference, and that's saying a lot because I do think the A10 has some really great guards on some really great teams, but St. Joe's, they can really light it up when everything is going right. I do feel like now being back at home in a game against St. Louis, I don't know if you guys caught this end of this game against UMass last time out, but they were essentially down 8 points with 18 seconds left to go, and kind of in that Houston, Kansas upset type of fashion, they were forcing turnovers, they were hitting threes, and they won in regulation. Incredible. But when you are coming off an emotional, crazy high like that, I do like to bet against you next time out, especially when you happen to be playing a team that I think really needs this game, and I really feel like they think that they need this game as well. So let's go ahead and take St. Joe's, laying the 5.5 points for 2 units for our final bet here on Friday. All that being said, I really want to thank you guys for checking out today's video, and I want to give you guys a massive shout out because we just eclipsed 4,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Man, it kind of feels surreal. For the longest time, I was stuck below 2,000 and never really thought that I was going to break that ceiling. I kind of lost a lot of motivation in uploading on YouTube, whether it was, Iowa football related content or NFL draft content or sports betting videos on the daily. I lost that motivation for a good stretch, and you guys just kind of showing up, showing love in the like button, showing engagement in the comments, and then subscribing to the channel has honestly reinvigorated my passion to put these things out. We're on a pretty great upload streak. I'm going to try to keep it going as long as possible. There's a very good chance that I won't have a video for Monday's college basketball slate just because I'm going to be out watching the Super Bowl with buddies, and I don't know if I'm going to have the time or the capacity to get that done for you guys. At the same time, huge shout out to you guys, and as I always say, I will see you in a future video. Take it easy.